Hello and welcome to our weekly podcast where we dig into politics you can actually understand. Today we're talking about the collapse of a very colorful Senate race in Maine that's giving the party a lot of second guessing about the kind of people they're backing. The headline was simple: Graham Platner, the flannel-clad, small-town oyster farmer turned Senate hopeful, had to withdraw after a woman accused him of rape. The story is more than a scandal, it's a flashpoint for the questions that have been simmering longer than this campaign. Those include whether a movement built around Senator Bernie Sanders is tolerant of issues around male misconduct, and whether her polled honesty is enough to let a candidate with red flags run for office. In the days before the accusation broke, the campaign was a real success story. Representative Ro Khanna posted those spirited, dockside video clips that showed Platner as a transformational politics patch on the campaign trail. Senator Bernie Sanders was next, saying that Platner had gotten his life together, and elaborated that in the U.S. Senate there are no saints, but there are people. It seemed, for the brief moment, the movement had an identified victory, a new authentic face for the left on the ballot books. But on that same day the world's attention turned to a vastly different narrative. A woman alleged that Platner had raped her. In the weeks that followed, the same people who cheered him out, the same senators who defended him, had ceased to do so. He denied the accusation, but the damage to his bid was done and he announced he would suspend his campaign on Wednesday. You can barely imagine how quickly a campaign can invert from watch this to no more. The fallout of Platner's collapse is being felt nationwide and is reigniting old debates that have lingered in Democratic circles for years. The key point of this story is the mounting question: is the movement too forgiving of male misconduct, too blustering about populism, and not enough about the women that often have to put up with that tone? A testimony to the problem came from Moms Demand Action founder Shannon Watts. She said the problem is not policy, she angrily said. It's the lack of character, it's being bombastic, it's polarizing and alienating, and it's denigrating toward women. The reality is that leaders like Sanders are caught in this delicate balance. He's 84 and in his fourth term. The public sees him trying to cement his legacy by launching the next generation, but with this example, they're forced to look critically at the individuals they endorse instead of the political brand. Platner's rise and fall is a cautionary tale for anyone who looks for charm in a candidate. The outcome? Some Cuomo-level urgency to fine-tune vetting. Senator Khanna himself wrote that I made the wrong call. Some backers now claim they missed the signs. It's a conversation that will continue in the days ahead. For the first time, a candidate's personal history threatens to undermine a whole campaign's political narrative, and that's something no party wants. So we're left with a real question: what are the new standards that will apply to the next wave of newcomers? That's for us to watch. That's for us to ask. That's for the audience. That's the end of the story. Thank you for listening and see you next time.